everyone, Bernard here, and I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to my film and TV channel. And we're over to the world of Amazon Prime today to have a look at one of their new series that, yeah, a little bit of a split of opinion on this. Some people like it, some people loathe it. I'm not understating it. I mean, when you start giving marks of 1 out of 10 and ask that you should be able to give 0, it's a little bit mean to say the least. And I was just going to say no, nothing deserves 0 out of 10, but I'm probably wrong in that one. But yeah, certainly these things I tend to look at. There's nothing ever worth a 0, 1 or 2 out of 10. I wouldn't even be wasting my time doing it for you if it was like that. So today we're going to have a look at a biographical drama history, very, 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 very loosely based on a true person, true activities, etc. So please take that as a pinch of salt with this one. Today we're going to have a look at 8 episodic biography drama history called Leonardo. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification. All these vlogs are coming out. Try and give you information as much as I can. Try and entertain where possible. And of course, if you check my playlist there, there's loads of things: film and TV reviews, information, vlogs, stuff that's coming on at the cinema soon. Yay! I mean, at last, after months and months of nothing. So please check that out. And you'll also see some stuff on my football team as well, Manchester City. So if that's of any interest, please have a look at that. Or if you know somebody might be interested, it's all City stuff: City Pass, City Present, City Quizzes, City Book Clubs, loads of things on Manchester City. But today we're looking at film and TV. Today we're looking at Amazon Prime, a bit like Netflix. I obviously have subscribed to both those channels. And there is quite a lot of dross on it, but occasionally you find a little gem. Is this going to be a little gem? Well, we'll have to see, won't we? Right, Leonardo, here we go. Please don't forget any comments on Leonardo. If you watched it yourself, just let me know what you think. Or anything to do with film and TV. It doesn't have to be particularly on this one. And of course, if you can't leave us a comment, just give us a thumbs up if you enjoy what you see. That'd be just as amazing as leaving us a comment. So here we go. Yeah, Leonardo. Yeah, right. Stars. Here we go. Aidan Turner. There you go. Mr. Poldark himself. He stars as Leonardo da Vinci. Is he convincing? He has his moments. I don't think he's the greatest actor. I do like Aidan Turner, don't get me wrong. I do make allowances sometimes for some of these series and some of the actors, certainly the British-based ones, because we do have a little bit of a shortage, but I mean, there's no excuse for the US stuff, is it, that have bad actors? Because obviously there's millions of the guys over there. But yeah, I do sort of get used to the British stuff being perhaps not top notch, so I do allow a little bit for that. We've got Alessandro Spadutti as Tommaso Massini, Leonardo's assistant. We've got Carlos Cuevas as Sally, nickname of Giacomo Caprotti, Leonardo's assistant, and Giancarlo Giannini as Verrocchio. We got Matilda de Angelis as Caterina de Cremona, and we've got Freddie Highmore. Yes, here we go. We've got one I can pronounce a little bit better. We've got Freddie Highmore as Stefano Garaldi. The series recounts Leonardo da Vinci's extraordinary life through the works that made him famous. Yeah, I mean, obviously it is based on facts. Obviously, it's a lot of license used throughout this, but it is based on factual things, obviously. Through the stories hidden within those works, revealing little by little the inner torment of a man obsessed with attaining perfection. Yeah, I don't think it goes overly deep into it, to be honest with you, but more on that in a moment. Internet Movie Database, yeah, it's 573 scores have been left in the odd review, and it's getting 6.8 out of 10, so that's not too shabby. That's okay. That's not a bad score. Looking at some of the views, Mr. Renestein Vorden on the 22nd of April 2021, he didn't particularly like it. I assume it's a male. He called it a dumbed down soap and only gave it 3 out of 10. A bit harsh. He goes on to say, Aidan Turner makes an effort, but he's too lightweight for this role, in my opinion. Leonardo was an exceptional personality and is portrayed as a half-wit. He's portrayed as a half-wit in this series. Perhaps not, but just a bit... What's the word? Timid, I think. Yeah, I mean, I just don't imagine he was timid. So, yeah, I understand that. But as I said, it's loosely based on a true story. This is so much license used with all the characters. All the young actors, he went on to say, are lightweight and have absolutely no depth. Yeah, they're not fantastic. He's not the greatest cast in the world. And he says, very disappointed. I recommend reading Leonardo da Vinci by Walter Isaacson, and as you'll know what I mean. But as I said, yeah, I mean, I might read that one day. Who knows? But life's a bit short, isn't it? Elle, on the 20th of April 2021, she was a bit of a middle, a bit of a... She sort of wrote mixed feelings about this, and she gave it 5 out of 10. And she said, interesting from the perspective that I didn't know much about Leonardo the man. Well, you're not going to learn much on this sort of thing, are you? So it was like reading mediocre historical fiction to learn about the history. Well, you don't watch films, you read, or you watch good documentaries to find out real life. But I couldn't help feeling that 2 of the main characters were slipping into their more familiar roles of Poldark and the Good Doctor, which felt out of place for the series. Similarly, no people of colour in the production, even though Cities Italy would have been quite multicultural this time. Okay, perhaps other series perhaps overdo it. Perhaps this one has underdone it. But hey, you can't win them all, can you? Some of the language used was very modern. Yeah, well, they're not talking Latin or whatever they spoke at the time. My apologies if I have no idea what language they would have. Certainly not Italian anyway. Gave me vibes of The Great, but I don't think the style worked for this depth of story. The Great is fantastic. I love The Great, so no, it's not going to compare to that, whatever you say. And we finally finished with Joseph Lennon. He actually on no relation, I don't think. On the 17th of April 2021. He gave it 9 out of 10, and he headed his little review a superb drama and enthralling throughout. He says, I've seen reviews on here giving this drama low marks, mainly due to inaccuracies with Da Vinci's true life. There certainly is. This is not a reason to debunk it. If you want historical accuracy, watch documentaries on Leonardo's life. Yes, well done, or read up on it. I ignored history when I was a boy. Fool, because I was bored by history programs on video. Well, you know, I had a rubbish history teacher, but I sort of read between the lines and learnt things myself. This program will make viewers interested in Leonardo's work and life. Yeah, it makes me want to go out and learn a little bit more. It is fictional mystery drama set around the life of a true historical genius. Enjoy it for what it is. Superb acting and direction creates an amazing murder mystery series. Yeah, I mean, that's I think I loved it. He finishes with, yeah, it is a murder. It is like, becomes a detective thing in itself, and obviously it's a lot of the things told through flashbacks. Right, my little thoughts. Well, that's my little thoughts. Some more thoughts from me. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about the negatives, to be honest with you. I mean, I accept what some of these negatives are saying about the acting abilities and Leonardo, etc., etc. He is portrayed as homosexual in this, or gay, whichever machination you do it. And there's a belief that in fact he was. But I mean, you know, there you go. But obviously that didn't raise any real consternation this time, which sometimes it does, doesn't it, when we make these assumptions about people. For me, this is just good entertainment. It's the sort of thing I quite like. It's not fast action. It's not, you know, on the edge of the seat stuff. But it's just good verbal, some good seats, wonderful scenery. I mean, using true names and places in an entertaining fictional way. I mean, I know, absolutely know from the start that whatever happens is so lacking credibility of what happened in real life that I don't really watch it for that. I'm just watching it to be entertained, and I do enjoy the links to sort of certain things. In the same way, if you watch things, say science fiction things, like in Star Trek, I used to like the links back to when they do little time travel things back to the old days. And I mean, it doesn't mean anything is factually correct. It's just enjoyable to watch. And this, as I said, because it links in with actual things you know, it's just entertaining. It's good. I mean, Italy anyway is one of my favourite places. I do need to spend a bit more time there one day. It's been a while since I've been to Italy. I think it was Venice I visited last time I was in Italy, and that's many moons ago now. I do really love Italy, I must admit. This was shot, they did want to shoot it in Florence and Milan, but obviously with the COVID situation arose as this was being done, so they ended up shooting it in and around Rome. But it still looks fantastic. It still makes you want to go if you're into that sort of style and the countryside of Italy, etc., etc. And this all adds to the feel for me. As I said, it's probably that just marks it up for me as well, just that sort of side of it. Of course, there's criticisms of actors. They are a bit bland at times and not the greatest, but I found them, they're all okay. There's none that made me go, ooh, like that, you know. They're all okay. Very slow paced. The acting's very slow paced. The odd bit of action and bit of gore, etc. But it's just for me a little bit of popcorn entertainment in a superb setting. So I did binge watch this over a couple of afternoons. So I just found it extremely entertaining, easy to follow, even though there's flashbacks, etc. You get to know the characters, and there's good chemistry between some of the characters. There's not so good chemistry between some of the characters. It's nothing groundbreaking. We've seen all this before in many things. I mean, I love things like the Borgias and all these sort of things. And this isn't all right. Not the greatest, but it's if you think of The Great, which was mentioned there by one of the critics. I mean, I love The Great. I thought it was a fantastic series, and this is no sort of where near it, but it's just a really good watch. As I said, just don't believe anything in it. As I said, it's just nice to link in with the paintings that you know, and the murals, is it, or the things from real life, and it's just obviously made up around that and made up to what's happened, etc., etc. There's nothing wrong in that. It's just entertainment. It's not a documentary. It's not real life. Yeah, so I think I can see some people not liking it. So if you don't like these slow-paced period dramas, then obviously you probably aren't going to like it. You've probably seen similar things, as I said, like the Borgias and stuff like that, where there is a lot of verbal. I've recently rewatched Elizabeth, which obviously was six episodes on the BBC. I've recently rewatched that, and it's obviously showing its age now, but it's that sort of style, if you like, of obviously a bit better scenery in this one, obviously, but yeah, if you like that sort of slow burn based on real characters from the past that are brought to life, obviously incorrectly, perhaps, mainly 99% of it, I suppose, but hey, that's what it is. It's just good fun. I'm not going to go mad with the mark. As I said, it's just a really good watch, and certainly not one of the best ones. So my little rating of this, I'm going to give it a very watchable rating. So obviously 6 is my watchable, so I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. I almost give it a 7, but as I say, perhaps the acting and perhaps the characters, perhaps certainly the lead character, obviously Mr. Poldark himself, wasn't the great. He started okay, but he got a bit bland as it went through, and I just found his emotions, etc., a little bit weak. And I don't think I do like him. I do like Poldark, for instance. I think that's a great series as well, but doesn't quite work in this one. But I will give it 6.5 out of 10. Anyway, let me know what you think about this if you get to watch it, and say don't be sort of intimidated by the actors and say, oh, I love him in Poldark, why is he rubbish in this? Just watch it for what it is, and as I say, just let me know what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching. What we're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. So we meet here again on the Film and TV channel, or perhaps have a flit across and look at my Citizen channel. All I ever ask is please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.